Hi there, welcome to another Qi Flow video. This is for the autumn season, the metal element and the metal themes of letting go, clearing and releasing. So this is quite a cleansing 20-25 minute sequence. So begin with standing, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to just loosen the arms down by the side and have a little shake, just shaking out any areas of tension or stiffness. The arms loose down at the front. Begin with a little bounce at the knee, letting the arms swing up. So the bounce is nice and light on the knee. You're doing a little bounce as the arms swing up and then another little bounce as the arms swing down. Shoulders are nice and loose, spine is straight. And lightly bouncing like this and letting the arms swing up and down, carried by their own momentum, is a really nice way to just kickstart the lymphatic system. We're going to do a little bit more on the lymph in a minute, but this is one of the ways that we can start that process of clearing and releasing within the body. The gentle impact up and down on the sole of the foot, helping activate the kidney meridian, and swinging the arms up and down, starting to speak to the meridians that we've got in the arms as well. If you can let the front of your wrist come up, so that's the highest point, kind of like you're almost like a puppet being pulled up by strings. Keeping the arms quite rounded and soft, and again just letting the momentum swing them back and forth with your bouncing. And then slow that down and come back to standing. Taking your hands, we're going to massage some lymphatic areas. So starting around the collarbone, just rubbing up and down with the fingertips or with the palms of the hand, whatever feels more comfortable. With the fingertips, you can kind of get in and massage a little bit more. And you can rub up and down, do circular movements. And then next, just stroking down from the jaw, sort of in front and behind the ears, down the side of the neck, down towards the collarbone. You might want to swallow a bit when you're doing this. Coming into the armpits, so going through each armpit with the fingertips, just really massaging in there, and then starting to just sweep down and under the chest. So you're sweeping towards the solar plexus. And then you can do the same on the other side. And sweeping down and under. And then massaging with the fingers around the solar plexus area. It's going up or down or spiraling. There's a lot of lymph around here as well. And then another key area, the qua region or bikini line area, just rubbing here. Can look rather strange when you're doing this in the woods by yourself, but it is a key lymph area. And then taking the hands round to the backs of the knees and again just rubbing up and down here, really warming this area up. Have a little shake. And then just reposition yourself, realign the spine, tailbone down, crown up. Just relax the arms, stand for a moment and breathe. And then we're going to place the hands, palms pressed together at the heart center. And pushing left against right, really focusing your energy on the center and around the middle dantian here. We're just going to breathe in and out with the pressure of the hands and the focus on the middle of the body. You should start to feel perhaps a little additional warmth building. Just allow that to release with your out breath. And then take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, create a triangle with the index finger and the thumb still attached. So breathing out, you just push the palms forward, rotate the palms, backs of the hands touch, and then breathe in as you press the palms together again. Exhale, push out, create the triangle, like you're sending this heat and energy you've generated out with the breath and the hand movement. So we'll do that a few more times. Breathing in, palms together. Breathing out, press out and rotate the hands. You can breathe out through the mouth and extend the exhalation if you like. And then breathing in with the palms together. Take one foot and step forward. Create the same triangle as you breathe out and send the arms out and around, and then palms up. Bring them back into prayer. So your in-breath, palms together. Out-breath, step forward, release. And then switch the palms up and breathe in, step back. So breathing in here, breathe out, step forward, breathe in, step back. Really generating the energy at the center, but then sending it out with the movements and the breath. Breathing in, breathe out, step forward, breathe in, step back. Then lower your hands, take your feet out in a slightly wider stance now. We're just going to, after working with the fire element, we're going to move into earth, and we want to generate a little bit of that solidity of earth. So wider horse stance, toes are pointing forward if you can. Just lower the body, tailbone pointing down. Crown is still pulling up and away, but your knees are much more bent. And then create fists, just normal fists. Pull them back towards the ribs. Stay nice and low. Breathing at the belly if you can, so just release the belly. Breathing abdominally. And we're just going to stand here, holding this in a zhanshuang, like a standing meditation. If it helps you to focus your attention on that sense of stability and rootedness, energy from the earth rising up through the soles of the feet, creating that strong square shape with your body and allowing it to build. And then just hold this position for as long as you feel comfortable, breathing steadily. Remaining in the lower horse stance, I'm going to create leopard paws with the hands. Press the fingertips into the pads of the palms and then just keep the thumbs nice and close. Draw them back in towards the body and take one so that the back of the hand is just hooked underneath the elbow. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just swap the hands around, trying to keep them connected to each other. So you're kind of rolling them and rubbing them over one another, if you see what I mean. Exhale on the push out. So your palms are facing up. Breathing in, breathing out, swap the hands, punch out. And then continue at your own pace. Breathing out through the mouth adds to the feeling of cleansing the system. You can speed it up a little bit if you like. Ideally, the movement of the punching out with your leopard paws should really come from the central area, so around the solar plexus. And release and lower the hands. We're going to do some tapping just on the upper area of the chest, so focusing on the lung points. So take the hands into fists and then begin lightly drumming. So we want to avoid any breast tissue. Just tapping this upper area. And then As we do this, we're going to do a little bit of breath work. So take a very deep breath in and then hold it. And then exhale through the mouth. Take another deep breath in, just drumming lightly on those points underneath the shoulders. And then exhale, release. And then one more deep breath. See if you can hold it just a little bit longer this time. Keep drumming. And then exhale and release. Then just bring the hands down. Relax them into Wuji. Give them a shake if you need to. Standing with a straight spine. Open joints. Relaxed muscles. Just notice any increased flow of energy, particularly in the arms and fingers. And breathe gently, nice, steady abdominal breaths. And we're going to do some sound therapy now for ourselves. So starting with a lung sound, which is quite a strong vibration for the lungs. We can place the hands up on the chest so that you can actually feel the resonance of the sound we're going to make in the chest. And the sound is oo. So take a nice deep breath in. Let's do a few more. And with the hands on the chest like this, you should really be able to feel the vibration of the sound you're making. Now we're going to continue working with the lungs. Create a crane chi look, so all the fingertips pressing together, and then place the fingertips in just underneath the shoulders, between the shoulders and the pectoral, beginning of the lung meridian. We're going to circle the elbow up and to the back, so creating as big a circle as you can comfortably. And do it with the other arm. You might find that you have different range of mobility in each shoulder, so you're creating a different size circle, but just work with what you can do. Ideally, we want to breathe in as we bring the elbow up and then breathe out as we circle it back. Try and keep the fingertips pressing quite firmly into that point. You might find that it really helps you take an extra deep breath in. Quite often when we stimulate those points, it can help. If you are recovering from a cold or a cough, this is quite a good rehab exercise, although it might make you cough a little as you clear and release from the lungs. And then release the hands down. We're going to do another healing sound now. This is a whispered sound, the sound S, very much about releasing the emotions that get stuck in the lungs, grief, loss, depression. And take a deep breath in and then make the sound S. You finish, just have a few moments of silence, sending healing energy from your hands into the lungs. Now we're going to do another chi lock with the hands, so wrap the fingers around the thumbs and pull your fists back towards the ribs. You're going to take your feet out just a tiny bit wider than shoulder width and sink the legs down, so back into not a deep horse stance, but a little horse stance. Pivot on one heel and punch out with your fist to the side, and then the little finger leads the way. You just create a big circle, as if you were drawing a big circle to the back. You bring it round to the front, bring the foot around and punch out, and then pull the fist back in. So you pivot on the heel, just punch out with the fist, lunging slightly to the side, draw a big circle to the back. You're kind of creating a figure of 8 with the arm here. Bring it round to the front, again drawing a big circle, out to the side, and then pull it back. So we're pivoting, lunge, extend the hand out, little finger leads the way, big circle to the back, big circle all the way around to the front, and then pull it back. So lunging to the side, just pull that elbow back at the front as well, the front arm. So this exercise, Dragon Clears a Path, we're really working on the lung channels yet again. So really kind of stretching the arm out, pressing gently on the thumb, drawing as big a circle as you can. And then of course with the lungs, it's important to factor in the breath as well. So the breathing pattern, you exhale, clear the lungs as you punch out, and then the rest of the movement, the big circle to the back, you're breathing in. So breathing in all the way around, and then keep breathing in as you pull the fist in, and then breathe out as you punch out. So you're breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, and breathe out. So once you've got the movement down, of course, as usual, feel free to vary the speed of the movement according to your breath. You don't want to be holding your breath at any point, so you might be going faster or slower than me. Then release the hands down. We're going to lean on the upper leg, thumbs on the inside of the thigh and fingers wrapped around the outside edge, leaning forward. Keep the arms as straight as you can and breathe in at the center, and then just lower one shoulder down towards the opposite knee. Breathing in at the center, exhale and press down. So the idea here is that you're really feeling the massage around the edge of the abdomen. This is working on the large intestine. In Chinese medicine, the metal element is very much concerned with the lung and the large intestine. And the themes are clearing and releasing, eliminating what no longer serves. So this is a really great way of stimulating both the large intestine as an organ, the nerves that run in and out of the large intestine going through the spine, and also the channels in the arms. And then come back to center. Just bring the feet back to shoulder width apart. We're going to place the hands crossed over on the abdomen and following a clockwise pattern, so moving the same direction as the large intestine, just start rubbing. We're going to do a little bit of an energy massage on the body just to help stimulate the flow of energy and support that process of clearing, eliminating and releasing. So do a few clockwise circles. Your hands and palms should feel quite nice and warm after this. Then we're going to take them and just massage through the body. So first just sweeping down backs of the legs, and then up the fronts of the legs, then down the sides, and then up the inside, really clearing through the body, up over the chest, down the inside arm and up the outside. Same on the other side, and then rub over the face and head, over the head, down the back, and then just brush down the sides, so you're clearing and releasing anything that no longer serves from the body. Give the hands a little shake. And then after working with the metal elements and clearing and releasing, just come into Wuji for a moment. So relaxed arms, shoulders, long spine. We're going to generate a little bit of water after all that metal, just to help with the flushing process. So shift your weight forward and back on the foot. So coming onto the front part of the foot, and then the back, almost rolling through the body. Just let the arms really hang and move with the movement that you're generating by shifting your weight forward and back. The idea here is it's like you're standing on the deck of a boat. So feeling that really watery yin energy move up through the body, rolling up like a wave. Gently shifting your weight forward and back, feeling that ebb and flow. Just breathing gently as you go, keeping everything nice and loose and fluid. Again, having generated a little bit of water, let's wash through the body. So palms turn up. Inhale as you bring the arms out to the side, bringing that lovely fresh watery energy through the body. And then as you exhale, just press the palms down quite slowly, timing it with your exhalation all the way down, letting that energy wash down through the body. Breathing in, extending the arms up nice and strong. And then exhale, just wash the energy down, feeling it sink back down through the body, back down into the earth. And then do this a few times, as many as you like, to close the practice. And then release the hands back down into Wuji, so relaxed arms, long spine, soft belly, breathing steady abdominal breaths. Observe how you're feeling, hopefully clearer, lighter, a little fresher perhaps, clearing and releasing anything that no longer serves. We're going to bring the hands up, so we start from just underneath the chest with the palms facing down, and then begin to create outward moving circles at around this height with the hands, so as if you're drawing circles in front of you. We're going to find our own breath pattern with this. We're going to breathe in for a few circles, and then as you breathe out, just bring the hands up above your head, palms facing up. Now circle down. Again, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, press the hands down, palms facing down. Breathe in, circling up and out again. As you breathe out, throw the hands, palms up. And then downward circles, breathing in. Just do as many as you can with your breath. And then throw the hands down. Breathing in as you circle the other way, and breathing out as you throw the hands down. Working with the polarities here of heaven as you push the hands up and then back down to earth, pressing the palms down. Let's do this a couple more times. And then come back to center and continue to press the palms down, just hovering in front of the body. Align your spine so that the crown is pulling up and the tailbone is pulling down. All the joints are soft, the flesh is relaxed. Your palms are facing the earth We just stand here for a moment, allowing the energy of the earth, the yin energy, to rise up through the body, through the feet, through the legs, and then also coming up through your stretched out palms of your hands, rising up through the arms into the shoulders, nourishing your body with yin energy. And then to balance this out, let's bring the arms up so that the palms now are facing up towards heaven. If you like, you can tilt the face and allow your outstretched palms and the third eye point between the brow to absorb a different kind of energy, the yang energy radiating down from heaven. If you don't like to keep your neck like this, just bring the crown up, so you're bringing the yang energy down through bai hui, the crown points on the head. And just breathe gently, allowing the yang to radiate down through the body. And gradually lower your hands down. We're going to place the palms parallel with one another, one facing up, one facing down. Just take your feet out a little bit past shoulder width apart so that you can lower your stance, softening the knee. Breathe in at the center, and as you breathe out, spread the hands out so they're on a diagonal axis with the fingertips pointing directly forward. Breathe in, swapping the hands around, back at the center. Breathe out and stretch the hands out. So the fingertips might look on camera like they're kind of pointing out to the side like that, but try and keep the fingertips pointing forward. It's just a trick of the lens. So you're really feeling a stretch in the sinews and the connective tissue all the way from one set of fingers to the other. As you breathe in at the center, just soften the knees so you're getting into quite a nice, low, stable stance. Breathe in, align the palms. Breathe out, spread them out, fingertips stretching to the front. Let's do a few more. Breathing in and out. And gently float the hands down. Adjust the feet so you're back to having them about shoulder width apart. You're going to come onto one leg and pick up the other foot, placing the toes on the opposite side of your foot as a kind of balance so that the toes are level with one another. Standing on your supporting leg, not locked out, so just very slightly soft. Draw the hands out to the sides and start to fly them up and down as if they were really powerful extended wings, crane's wings. Try and keep your shoulders really dropped down the body and almost let the elbows lift the arms up. So the back edge of the elbow is rising up first. Keeping the hands soft and fluid, but quite strong and powerful. So the palms are a little bit stretched out. Also just check in with your alignment. So you've still got the crown, elongating the spine and tailbone, pointing down towards the earth. And as we fly high with our crane's wings, we're trying to embody those metal element themes of clarity, rising above the fray, being able to see things from a higher perspective. And you can lower the arms and come down onto both feet, just swapping the legs over. And we do the same on the other side. So as you find your balance, just elongate the spine, drop the shoulders, draw the arms out, and still feel that pulling up, that sense of elegance and elongation coming all the way from the foot to the supporting leg, keeping your breath nice and steady. Float your crane's wings down. We're going to come back onto 2 legs. And we're going to really focus on finding our equilibrium and our center now. So we begin by pressing the palms together, bringing them into the heart center or the middle dantian, and pushing the left against right, so that we're focused on finding that equilibrium in the center. You're going to breathe in and push the hands up over the head, keeping the shoulders relaxed down. And as you breathe out, draw the hands down, trying to keep to that center line. Fingers point out at the heart center. And then continue down, pointing the fingertips down to the earth. Inhale, drawing the hands up, really focusing on pressing the palms together, finding that center line. And then bring the hands down, connecting the fingertips with earth. So again, we're finding the balance in the center, harmonizing the yin and yang, the left and right sides of the body. We're also playing with the idea of polarities as we point down towards earth, and breathing in, we point the fingers up, connecting with heaven. Let's do this a few more times. Just go as slowly or as fast as you want. It's quite nice to do it slowly and meditatively. And then release the hands from the prayer position, floating them back down. We're going to do a little water element practice now. Place the palms so they're facing down towards the earth. Step onto one leg and bring the other leg behind, softening it so that you're down in a kind of curtsy position. And then glide the palms over to the other side so that you're creating a gentle twist in the spine. The spine is still long with the crown pulling up, shoulders are relaxed, just soften your knees. And we're exerting a bit of gentle pressure into the kidney area here. So just hold this position, it's a Zhanzhuang position, to build the water element. Then we'll step over, let's swap sides, so just taking the other foot behind, softening down into a curtsy, glide the hands over. Your head, you're looking in the direction of the extended hands. And just continue to breathe and hold the position. And then come back to center. So just bring the feet back to shoulder width apart and relax the hands down. Align your spine and just soften the hands and arms so that they're hanging in front of the body in your Wuji stance. Neutral posture, just breathe gently. And stand for a few minutes in Wuji, breathing gently, just finding that stillness and calm. And then take a deep breath in, drawing the hands up towards the shoulders. And as you breathe out, soften the knees, press the palms forward. We're going to do this a few times, so just rolling the hands back like they're a wave. Really deep breath in, and as you exhale, exhale through the mouth. Push the palms forward, sink the knees. So another deep breath in, hands roll back towards the lung points. Exhale through the mouth. So it's a really cleansing and releasing out breath, but you're creating quite a sharp, direct shape as you push the hands forward, fingertips pointing up. Another metal theme as you push your hands forward, it's very much about creating strong boundaries. And so you can use this as your focus whilst you're doing this metal sequence. We're going to continue with the theme of clarity and boundaries. Just press the palms out to the sides now, and then with a bit of a flex on the inside of the wrist, we're going to bring one hand up, one hand down, kind of like you're clearing a circular boundary around the body, pressing the palms out and away from one another. Just find your own breath rhythm with this. You can breathe in with the hands extended out and then breathe out as you take one up, one down, but it's entirely up to you. And then bringing the arms out to the side, we're going to create a boundary on a different axis now. So taking one hand around to the back, the other to the front, and keep your eye on the hand that's moving towards the back. Coming back to the center, turning to the other side. You can breathe in at the center, breathe out as you twist at the waist. Ideally, try and push the palms away from one another, keeping the shoulders relaxed down and keeping the fingertips pointing up, a sharp flex in the wrist, really creating that strong boundary circling around your body. And then come back to center and lower the arms. Just soften out of the knees. You might have a bit of a shake after that, just shaking the arms and hands out and the legs. And then you're going to come onto one leg, which is slightly soft, and bring the other so that it's bent with the toes directly in front of the other toes. So here it is from the side, sinking the knees but keeping the spine nice and long. So this is called cat stance. So the toes are basically lined up so that you're focusing the energy on the center again. And then we're going to create a kind of karate chop or sort of scissor shape with the hands, palms facing each other, one on top, one below, nice and sharp. Find that balance, that focus on the center, and then take a big circle round to the back with the hands and then bring them back down, softening the knees. Again, finding that central point. Do the same on the other side. So basically you're creating a circle to the back on each side and then finding the center with a soft knee, balancing on your supporting leg. If you can here, try and breathe in as you circle the hands back and then breathe out as you find your center, and do that a few times on each side. This is really great for balance and again working with those metallic themes of clarity and focus. Then swap round onto the other leg. So just lining the toes up, finding that center with the toes and the hands, that sharpness. Breath in, find your center. Circling around the other way. So you can look at the hands as they circle behind you. This will help challenge the balance aspect. Breathing out, softening the knees. And then come back to center. Lower the hands, just check in with your alignment again. So long spine, crown up, tailbone down, relax the arms in front of the body, a little bit of space between the armpits and the rest of the body, softening the knees, release the belly. Breathe in, draw the hands up to shoulder height. Breathe out to float them down, sinking the knees, keeping the spine nice and straight. Nice long abdominal breaths, if you can. Drawing the energy up from the earth, rising up through the body with the in-breath like a wave. And let's do a few more of these just to help ground the energy, focusing now back on the earth elements after all that metal, just helping drain a little bit of excess metal or any stagnant energy, keeping the arms nice and soft. And then floating the hands down, coming back to center, taking your soft fluid arms out to the sides, breathing in again, just up past the shoulders and out and float down, softening the knees. Let's do a few more of these. And gently float the arms back down, very gradually, feeling that energy start to sink a little, keeping the length in the spine, hanging the arms in front, coming back into your Wuji posture, release the belly, and then we'll just stand for a few moments, again finding that stillness, breathing long, slow abdominal breaths, allowing the qi to sink back down into the lower dantian at the end of the practice. And then you can stand in Wuji for as long as you like. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for joining me once again. I'll be putting up a longer version of this if you want more autumn metal stuff. So that will be coming very soon. But until then, take care.